Jury is back with a verdict in the case against former state prosecutor Greg Wilson.
Wilson faced charges of possession of contraband in a county detention facility and a misdemeanor count of perjury. News 13's Kelly Grossfield is live now from the Bay County Courthouse with today's verdict. Kelly?
Amy, Jerry, that's right. The verdict is in. Now, the jury broke shortly around 2:30, and they brought that verdict back just 2 hours later. They were pretty confident in their decision of guilty on both charges of introducing contraband into the jail and perjury. Now, I'll have a little bit more on day 2 of testimony and how they reached that verdict. I'll show you right now. Day 2 of the Greg Wilson trial packed with witness testimony and plenty of attorney sidebars. An investigation into Wilson began after an officer heard a suspicious call between Wilson and an inmate. Hidden cameras later reveal an exchange of what is being classified as a kite or package. The inmate, Clista Robbins, says Wilson had no knowledge of the contraband.
You got that to your sister by handing it to Greg Wilson.
I didn't hand it to him. I put it in Greg's book.
Robbins goes on to say that this is the only note she's ever passed, and it just so happened to be caught on camera. But the credibility of her testimony is jeopardized after she lies on the stand.
I mean, I recall looking at it and putting it in my pocket, and there was no writing on it, but I didn't open it.
In this video, you can see Robbins clearly holding the note open. But the defense says this entire investigation had one goal: taking Wilson down.
They used this excuse of this obscure telephone call, and then they ignored all the other evidence to the contrary because they have a bias.
The state rebutting, saying no one has a bias, but they believe he shouldn't get off just because he's a lawyer.
There's nobody above the law and nobody beneath it, and that we are all required to follow those laws.
Immediately following the verdict, prosecutor Jack Campbell, he asked the judge, he said, Greg Wilson's privileges should be revoked as far as practicing law until his sentencing. Now, his sentencing will be held on November 5th at 3 p.m. Reporting live at the Bay County Courthouse, Kelly Grossfield, News 13.